Hey there, Feeding Friday Night Lights family. I am so excited that it's time for our next Cookies for a Cause fundraiser. You guys showed up in such a huge way for Allen's Community Theater and for the Pearson family with their sweet, sweet Ella last year. I just can't wait to see what you do for this new family. So it is my joy to introduce you to Greysen. Greysen is the son of Tabitha and Colton and his little brother to Reese, who is 11, and Kinsley, who is 8. Now, their little family of 4 was so excited to find out that they were going to add a 5th member to their family, that it was going to be a little boy, and they anticipated meeting him around his due date, February 15th of 2017. But like some babies do, Greysen had a little bit of a different plan. Tabitha's water broke in only 27 and a half weeks. She immediately went on bed rest, and then it was determined that she had an infection. So at only 30 weeks, clocking in at a whopping 3 pounds, 2 ounces and 16 inches long, Greysen entered this world on December 7th, 2016. Now, Tabitha and Colton expected a NICU stay. Their baby was only 30 weeks old. But what they didn't anticipate was that Greysen's needs would be higher than the level of care available at the hospital that they were at. So before Tabitha and Colton even had a chance to touch or to hold Greysen, he was transported to a different hospital in the surrounding area. It would be 10 days before Tabitha got to hold Greysen for the first time. But under the watchful eye of the NICU doctors and nurses, and can we just stop for a second and say, you NICU nurses are literal angels here on earth. It was determined that Greysen was struggling with congestive lung failure and pneumonia, and he was given only a 17% chance to live. But the statistics didn't know Greysen. From the beginning, he was a little fighter and totally independent. After 91 days in the NICU, they were finally able to bring Greysen home. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall whenever this little family of 5 got to unite for the first time. It was fairly immediate that they realized that Greysen was not hitting his milestones, but he was born at 30 weeks. That's a true preemie, so some things could be explained away. But at 1 year old, Greysen was still unable to sit unassisted for any length of time. They unfortunately didn't have insurance, and my heart goes out to them. We've been there, and it's a horrible feeling. But luckily, they qualified for ECI, so they got some great support and some wonderful therapists. We're going to fast forward another year to when Greysen's 2 years old. They finally have insurance. Yay! They are finally able to get in to see a neurologist, and it is determined that Greysen has cerebral palsy. Now, Tabitha is not only passionate about all of her children and about loving them so dearly, but she's also passionate about educating people about CP. So I'm going to try and take a little 30-second detour to do that. CP, cerebral palsy, cerebral meaning brain, palsy meaning having to do with the musculature, happens whenever there's been a brain trauma. It can happen pre-birth or after birth. Greysen's happened after birth when he had congestive lung disease and the pneumonia. His little brain just didn't get enough oxygen, so it had lasting damage. Now, CP is a spectrum disorder, so not all children who have CP look the same. There are some that need a lot of support in a lot of areas, and there are others who need less support in less areas. Greysen's daily challenge comes in balance and support issues, as well as confidence and speech. He was also diagnosed with apraxia, meaning that his receptive language, or whenever he hears you speak to him, it's off the charts, crazy high. He understands everything. But the muscles that it takes to be able to formulate the words, to be able to speak back, are just not there. How frustrating to be able to know and understand everything that someone is saying to you, but not be able to communicate back. In October of 2019, Greysen said only 5 words. But he is feisty, he is determined, and so is Tabitha. He is independent, and now, after learning sign language and gaining more confidence through his speech, I'm so excited to tell you that he's saying over 100 words. Go, Greysen! We are so excited for you. You keep it up, buddy. So it seems like speech is on the right track to getting better and helping him feel more confident in communication. But what we're still finding that Greysen needs support in is his balance and confidence issues in walking. He does fall a lot, and although he has things like walkers and arm crutches, they're just not doing it for him. He's so independent. He wants to walk on his own, but he needs the reassurance that he's not going to fall. The way that she described it made me think of Like whenever you're going up or down stairs, how you don't actually like lean on the rail. You just kind of have your hand there, right? To guide you, make you feel confident, like you're not going to fall. And so that's what they're looking for Greysen. Guys, listen to what they found. His team of therapists and doctors and Tabitha and Colton came together, put their heads together, and they determined that a service dog would be the best option for Greysen. And so now here comes the portion of the story where we need you to step in to help. They have found the perfect service dog for Greysen. I would like to introduce you now to Mack. His real name's Maverick, but Greysen's going to call him Mack. Okay, I know that your heart just fell out of your chest a little bit. Isn't he the cutest thing you have ever seen? Mack is currently in training to become a service therapy dog for Greysen. The intention is that Mack would be with Greysen all the time, every day, to give him that confidence that he needs, that he can literally walk through his life, that he can do this. And Greysen will be able to gently rest his hand on Mack's back as they are walking together, not leaning on him, because that's not what Greysen needs. He just needs the reassurance, both emotional, mental, and physical, that Greysen can do this. As you can imagine, a dog like this can be really expensive. This dog is $10,000. But man, like when it's going to help Greysen, is there a price that would be too much? Absolutely not. However, finances are an issue. So that's where I'm asking you to pull together as our FFNL community and to come together and let's help them get Mack home for Greysen. I will be selling 2 dozen chocolate chip cookies for $25, or there's just an option to donate, or you can do both. That would be awesome. If you're not local here in Melissa, McKinney, Frisco, Texas area, then please don't feel like you can't be a part of this. You can absolutely donate. And I want to reassure you that just like the previous 2 Cookies for a Cause fundraisers, that 100% of the proceeds go to Greysen and his family to get Mack home for Greysen. So let's do this. I'm so excited. Share with your family, share with your friends. Let's get Mack home for Greysen. Let's get Greysen feeling confident. And I can't wait to see what Greysen does. Let's do this.